Everybody, welcome back to Gen Zen here on Ottawa Buzz TV. My name is Jennifer Clark, coming live from you from Ottawa, Canada. Today is all about a new moon meditation here on Gen Zen. We're trying to put the soul back into solutions, one call, one conversation, one meditation at a time. Today, the new moon. Tomorrow is the new moon. Today's session is about the new moon tomorrow. Did you follow that? So new moons are all about new beginnings and time to sort of really ramp up, move forward, take the plunge, sign the documents, complete your taxes, finish projects that are sort of outstanding. In fact, this new moon is all about projects that started in January, things that were unresolved, unsaid, unspoken. It's all about this new moon kicking in June, sort of the midway point in the calendar year, saying to you, hey, shoulder tap, you have forgotten to finish this, wrap this up. The fun thing about the Gemini new moon, which is tomorrow, it's all about abundance. Like it's all about miracles, magic. It's all about happiness. It's all about joy. So this is a really good new moon to be sitting in sort of some kind of divine or sacred space to support yourself and really manifesting what you want moving forward. A lot of the astrologers say, this new moon, June 13th tomorrow, will actually carry you forward into mid-July. And what's really funny is July feels like a really abundant, magical month for me and others. I'm not saying just for me personally, but my sense is when I tune into July, it feels like a lot of magic and a lot of miracle. And I'm almost wondering if it's this new moon's energy that's kind of kickstart it forward. Again, I'm not an astrologer, so I just follow the moon cycles naturally. I check out the Astrologer King, Kay Pacha, Tom Letcher, Mystic Mama, Sonia. I'll list her in my comments at the end of this meditation. I forgot her name now. She's from the Chicago area. She's a wonderful astrologer. So I like to follow astrology just to support my own, feelings about the moon cycles and what's happening around me, because it's just above my pay grade. But I appreciate that spiritual science as an addition to my toolkit. Always remembering and always knowing that no matter what the moon is saying or doing, no matter what the astrology or the science, you are the creator. You are a divine being. You are in control of your own mastery and your own destiny. Having said that, sometimes it's okay to bring an umbrella when it's going to rain, or put the snow tires on during winter. Sometimes not a bad bad thing to do. So welcoming everyone who's tuning in today. We're going to just jump right into the meditation. For those of you who've never really meditated, my style of meditation is active. It's actually more like journeying. So it's not the traditional Buddhist meditation, nothing wrong with that. Something I can't do, so I can't teach. What I do really well is sort of the metaphysical or cosmic mindfulness, allowing you sort of to deepen into your own body, roots into the earth, and then allow yourself to have some of the wonderful magical cosmology support you in manifesting what you want. Again, new moons are all about new beginnings, moving forward, starting over, completions, getting things in motion for the future. So with that thought, I want us all to take a moment, including myself, to really think about how we want to feel in the next 6 months. So the feeling makes things real. So what you feel matters, because it is an energy of emotion. The emotion sends it into the universe, and it's the feeling that comes back to you. So affirmations are great, but if the feeling does not match the words cannot connect, because the feelings are the juice and the power. So we always want to go with the feelings. So let's remember one time where we felt supported, loved, and happy. And even if it was something in your childhood, perhaps it was a celebration, a holiday, perhaps it was a time on the playground or at school. I'm working with a lot of clients lately who are feeling invisible, afraid to be seen, afraid to step out, afraid to be fully realized in their spiritual truth. Interesting. I'm stepped out in my spiritual truth a long time ago, but stepping out as a woman and being seen by men is my biggest fear. So it's very interesting to me that my clients have mastered that part, the human part, but need help with the human angel part. I've mastered the angel part and need help with the human part. So it's so interesting when I see the mirror in my clients of late, and I always learn from people around me, and everyone's a student, everyone's a teacher. So I appreciate everyone who's coming in lately, because you're really helping me, step in and being seen and being acknowledged. And once we do that, you'll see little, in your own world, in your own way, you'll be seeing that change. Once you give yourself permission to be seen, heard, and understood. It could be compliments at work. It could be strangers saying hello to you. It could be a smile. It could be more kindness from people in your loved ones in your family. It could be just the flow. And again, the flow starts with you, right? It's your flow. It's your energy flow that really dictates the outer world. So we're going to think about right now, for those of you just tuning in, we're going to think about a time when you truly felt loved, safe, seen. Oh, it's such a wonderful feeling, isn't it? Seen, heard, and understood. And I'll tell you a story about mine. It's totally random. It was 2 or 3 months ago. I was at a networking event with a friend of mine, invited me to a networking event. It was a small, intimate space. Gemma was having fun, but not really feeling the vibe of the people there. There was about 12 people. And, thinking, okay, how do I get out of this meeting? How do I make up a lie to get back home and do my laundry? One of those nights. And then all of a sudden, this man came in. Never met him. His name's Simba. Isn't that a great name? Simba. And immediately could see his vibration, feel his energy. And I was like, okay, who's this cat walking in? He came in late, was super polite, loved it. He had a South African accent. Again, all that cool vibe around him. And when we were dialoguing throughout the rest of the networking event and meeting, I kept looking at him, he kept looking at me, and we kept nodding and saying, yeah, we're on the same wavelength. So we both went up to each other afterwards, reintroduced ourselves, really sort of appreciated each other's essence, just the fresh air that came into the room. And we said, yes, let's go for coffee. Totally platonic. Let me just be very clear. Totally platonic. No sexual innuendo at all. He's happily married. There was nothing. It was just about two souls meeting in the same frequency. About a month later, we met for lunch, and I have never felt more seen and heard and understood by a man ever. He was direct. He was honest with his compliments about me, about how he saw me interact. It was so refreshing. It was actually the glass of water that I so needed. And fortunately, I was also able to help him with my skill sets on an issue he was having. And we agreed to stay in touch and collaborate on different projects and support each other on the path. Again, totally random stranger. I don't know him, met him once, had a really nice heart-to-heart connection over lunch, and will happily, see him again or support him if he calls me up and says, hey, Jen, it's me. I'm there. It's a frequency match. And it was someone who was transparent, who had the courage to acknowledge me, had the courage to speak truth and see me. And it was something that I'll remember. I'll remember him for that reason. So when you speak, when you stand, when you are in your essence and you're acknowledged for that, at your essence, it's an amazing, amazing feeling of freedom and safety, and it all clicks. Everything kind of locks in. There's no walls. There's no barriers. And it's just love. It's just lovely. It's lovely to see it and experience it, especially in a platonic setting where there's no sort of innuendos or, dramas. So what we want to do is we're going to focus on a time when we're seen, heard, and understood, and really felt it, like acknowledgement. And I'm not talking just about, getting an award or being on stage and having 500 people in front of you. I've had that. That doesn't mean you're heard and understood. You really want it. It could be from the smallest space, a stranger. It could be from someone saying something, really off the cuff, but really making you feel that feeling of safety, love, and being seen. So let's think of a really genuine one. So nothing sort of big show kind of stuff. Keep it small, keep it intimate, and let's see in your body right now. Take a moment, take a breath. Roll your shoulders back, close your eyes, soften your body. Imagine yourself as a great ancient tree with roots going into the ground. And allowing yourself to feel anchored in the earth, Pachamama, Mother Earth, Terra Gaia. And some of you will soon feel perhaps tingling in your feet or heaviness in your feet. And now with your up breath, what I want you to do is bring your breath up, up, and up. And fill up the rest of your body to the top of your head. Deep breaths in, deep breaths out. Feel yourself soften and get full. Feel those angel wings expand out. And then go all the way up to the top of the center of the sky, I should say. All the way up to the physical sun. Using your intention, imagination to reach high, high, high into the sky, reaching up to the physical sun. And bringing that energy, that sun energy back down, down, down. And pouring itself like liquid honey into your tree. Into your energy vessel. Again, allowing your wings to unfold as a human angel, a physical angel. We are all physical angels, whether we know it or not, believe it or not. And feel heaven and earth mixing in, sky and earth mixing in your body with your breath. Now we begin. Feel or focus on that thought of feeling loved, safe, supported, and seen. Go to that moment of authenticity and allow it to take a place in your body. Where does it sit in your body? If you have to guess, look for the heavy spot or the tingly spot, or the spot, the area that lights up in your own mind's eye. Mine's in my throat, chest, and stomach, which is all my weak issues, let's say, and my strong issues. So it's where I have my greatest power, and it's actually where I also have my greatest weakness. So find yours spots as well, just to be aware of them. And then take yourself back to that memory, that emotion. Go back through time and space and remember, literally, energetically, that feeling of being seen, heard, understood, accepted, and by definition, loved. Now allow that feeling of loved and accepted to go into those areas you've already identified. In my case, it's the throat, heart, and solar plexus. In your case, wherever you already felt it in your body, send that feeling of acceptance, safety, support. And allow yourself to fill up those zones fully, completely, like a sponge can soak up liquid. Allow the feeling, the emotion to soak and to fully embrace and immerse those areas. I want you to say the words out loud with me. Thank you and more. Thank you and more. Thank you and more. By doing so, what you're doing is you're claiming to the universe, you're demanding the universe bring you more of that same feeling, bring you more of that experience of validation, acceptance, respect, support, however you define it. Breathe it in. Now let it permeate and bubble over to all the parts of your body, everywhere you exist in the physical world, from the top of your head to the tip of your toes, back of your knees, back of the legs, armpits, everywhere. See yourself filling up with that emotion of acceptance. Somewhere I am safe. I have been acknowledged and appreciated some time. Thank you and more. Thank you and more. Thank you and more. And now, even though we're connecting to the sun, we want to energetically connect to the moon. The moon is always the opposite of the sun, of course. So just in your own way, Grandmother Moon is about to go dark tomorrow, which is the new moon. And what we want to do is allow her energy, Grandmother Moon's energy, to support us in shining brightly out into the world, to support us having our goals, our dreams, our projects move forward, to support us in having our desires met, our requirements met, our wishes granted, however you perceive it. So now allowing the moon's energy, which is silver. Again, it's dark moon though, so silver is kind of a funny color to see. Let's just use silver anyway, even though it's a dark moon, which is a new moon. This Gemini new moon is a super moon, so she's got special juice in the tank. And again, through breath imagination, is if you're absorbing like a battery pack, if you're like a great ancient sponge and you're allowing yourself just to absorb this energy into your own essence and being. Feel it magnetize, feel it bubble, feel it ignite and magnify, amplify, activate. And repeat out loud with me. Activate abundance. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Activate acceptance. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Activate acknowledgement. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Activate support. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Activate healed outcome. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Activate love. Knowing it starts with yourself first, and the love you have for yourself emanates and radiates out into the world and then reflects back to you. So see yourself as a big mirror of electricity, of energy that will then explode out into the world for this new moon and attract back into you, into your life, into this now moment of time, into your physical reality, all your hopes, dreams, desires, all the support, acknowledgement, respect, validation, appreciation that you need. Focus on your feet, always having a strong platform, a strong foundation. Again, using earth energy to breathe up the column, the roots, the legs, the core, the stomach, and then allowing the branches to reach out, reaching out into the universe, sending your happiness, your joy, your magic, your miracle, your desires, your hopes, your new beginnings out into the universes. Thank you and more. Thank you and more. Thank you and more. In shamanism, there's a rule, an 80-20 rule. So imagine now that your abundance, your appreciation, all the good stuff coming to you, all your own lost good, is now going to be shared with someone else or a group, a community, your family, your loved ones, or those you serve. So now see yourself coming from you out into the world like a servant leader. See yourself being the fulfillment of someone else's desires, hopes, or dreams. See yourself being that agent of change on behalf of a group, a community, a person, an animal, an area, whatever it is. Imagine yourself giving back that same acknowledgement, love, and support that you received already 10 times 10. Thank you and more. Thank you and more. Thank you and more. Imagine that fire healing energy going out into the world. Make sure you zap your homes, your cars, your businesses, your workplaces, your schools, your children, your family, your friends, your social clubs. Imagine you're zapping your social media profiles, anywhere you exist in the world, on your website, on social media accounts. And then do the whole planet herself, Gaia. Allow Gaia to benefit from this amazing work, anchoring in the new moon's energy, the Gemini energy of magic and miracle. Thank you and more, thank you and more, thank you and more. Always feel it in your body. It's a feeling of expansiveness, lightness of being. Could also feel heavy, tingling. Now I want you to breathe it back down into your body and down into the earth. Going from your root chakra, out each leg, breathe it down into the earth. Now we're planting the seeds of new beginnings. So really see yourself breathing in, then breathing down into the earth, going all the way to the center crystal of the planet. You can see it as the molten lava of the core. It's actually a crystal, whichever you want to imagine, or both. Plant that new frequency of acceptance, abundance, acknowledgement, support, love into the earth. Knowing that Mother Earth, Gaia, Pachamama, will allow it to birth back into our world at the divine time it is required. Focusing now on the earth energy, your feet. Energize your roots with your mind's eye and your breath, using your imagination. Thank you and more, thank you and more, thank you and more. Notice what is happening in your body. Looking for the slightest changes in temperature, sensations, thoughts, or images. Hand in prayer pose over your heart, center of the chest. I am so grateful, I am so grateful, I am so grateful. Take a deep breath in. Cleansing, deep breath out. Repeat, it is done, it is done, it is done. Deep breath in. Relax your shoulders, roll your arms back, open your eyes. Notice your environment. See if there's anything different in how you see around you, through you. Feel your body perhaps a little differently. Again, with every kind of guided experience, always be aware of healing detox symptoms that may occur. So please drink a lot of water right now. Feel free to go to the washroom, take care of your physical needs. Getting fresh air, being out in nature, always a good thing. Again, no sex, no drugs, no alcohol is recommended for 12-hour period. I know, sorry, because you want to keep the container singular. You want to keep it, within yourself and not share it with others at this point. It's like you're birthing something new, so you want to keep that organizing energy field as clean and clear as you can. So thanks so much for tuning in. You can always chat me up here on social media. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Stay tuned with more updates and developments here on Gen Zen TV. Thanks, Maureen, for tuning in. Thanks for everyone for watching. Please feel free to reach out. I do private consultations around the world for clients on Skype, Zoom, and in person here in the Ottawa area. And meanwhile, always remember, when it's dark outside, keep the light on. See you next time.